Hey, what's up? Welcome to your Monday Mastery Minute. In today's session, I'm talking about the number one step to building lasting wealth. And we're going to talk to financial consultant Isaac Taylor, my man, about the struggle that most entrepreneurs have when they're taking that step towards building lasting wealth, and then how to overcome it. So let's get into it. Hey, what's up, fam? Camille Rose here, founder of The Ultimate Life, peak performance coach to entrepreneurs and leaders, and I'm a member of the Forbes Coaches Council. And this is your Monday Mastery Minute, where every Monday I take a few minutes to show you how you can achieve mastery in your business and your personal life. So let's jump right into it. The number one step to building lasting wealth. So we just wrapped up my first annual Mastermind Summit for The Ultimate Life, which is an invite-only high-performance entrepreneur event that I just put on. So Isaac Taylor, he's a financial consultant with Thrivent Financial, spoke on becoming your own bank. But what was really awesome were the questions that came from your presentation. And one of the questions that I really liked that one of the entrepreneurs asked is, what have you noticed is the number one struggle that entrepreneurs have and even taking that step towards building lasting wealth? Because they hear everything that you're talking about and they're like, this is great, but why do you notice that entrepreneurs really struggle with this?
Right, I think the biggest struggle that people have is just getting started. So it's having the discipline of saving money on a monthly basis. Warren Buffett talks about how there are two types of people: those who save and then spend whatever's left over, and those who spend and then save whatever's left over. And the people who save first are the ones with all the money, because you can always find a way to spend whatever's left. But if you spend first, then there's not going to be anything left to save at the end of the day or end of the month. So just getting started and figuring out how much you can put away, a comfortable but also meaningful amount, into either a savings account at a bank, an investment that you have, or a new investment, or even in a shoebox. I mean, if you're saving enough money, it doesn't really matter where you put it. But it is also good to have somebody, a financial advisor that you know, like, and trust, that you can give that money to and say, hey, what should I be doing with this? And work with a professional to help figure that out.
And I get that, totally do. But what I hear a lot when I coach an entrepreneur is, but my income is like up and down on certain months and it's not always stable. So how do you stay consistent with giving a certain amount when sometimes it might dip or you might get a big chunk of cash? It's so volatile, especially as an entrepreneur.
Right, and as an entrepreneur, it's extremely important to figure out the difference between the business income and your personal income. And as far as that goes, the business side, you want to figure out a minimum amount of working capital that you always want to keep in your business accounts, as well as a maximum, because I work with a lot of entrepreneurs that have, believe it or not, a lot of cash sitting in the bank that they feel like isn't working for them. And so if you have a minimum and a maximum amount that you always want to keep in cash, you can set up a systematic monthly investment into something, and then if it goes above the maximum that you want, you can sweep some of that money over into a vehicle, in a savings vehicle, or if it gets too low, then you can potentially stop the contributions until income picks back up or the next deal goes through, or whatever it is.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. I've heard of setting minimums. I've never actually heard of setting maximums, which is interesting.
Yeah, it's important to make sure that the money that you have is working for you. And while some cash in the bank is good and it's necessary for expenses, business expenses, payroll projects, you want to make sure that you don't have too much sitting in cash and you actually get that money put to work for you.
Okay. So for the people watching today, what is a simple and yet impactful challenge of the week that you would give them so they can take those steps to building lasting wealth?
Yeah, I would say figure out a number, figure out a dollar amount that you can commit to on a monthly basis, and just start saving it. As I said before, save it into a savings account, even a separate account, an investment, a shoebox, as I said. It doesn't really matter where you're saving it, but figure out a dollar amount that is comfortable and yet meaningful. So I ask a lot of my clients, can you save $1 a month? And they say, yeah, of course, and they kind of laugh. And I say, well, could you save $1,000 a month? They say, maybe. What about $10,000 a month? They say, no, I can't do 10,000. I say, okay, well, the number's somewhere in between there. And you tell me how much you want to save, and then I can show you what your future is going to look like. And if you save little money, you get little money. If you save big money, you get big money.
Okay, so challenge of the week is pick a dollar amount that you will automate and save every month. And if you need extra accountability, talk to a financial advisor, talk to a financial consultant. But environment is everything, right? Because I know that it's nice to talk about these things, but if you also don't rig your environment for success and having accountability partners, or what I call warrior buddies, in your corner to make sure that you are doing it, sometimes we just fall off the radar. So challenge of the week, set that dollar amount, automate it, and get an accountability partner like a financial advisor, consultant, or even a friend if you don't know anyone. So thanks again for watching. I will see you next Monday. And if you found a ton of value from today's video, please share it with 3 people that you know. And until next time, my friend, lead from love. Cheers.